When President Trump announced a massive armada heading to the Middle East, the word sparked confusion. Is it one giant ship, 100 ships, something else entirely? Let's break down exactly what this centuries-old term actually means. First, the basics. Armada comes from Spanish, derived from the Latin word armata, meaning armed or equipped. In Spanish and Portuguese, armada is literally the word for navy. The Spanish Navy today is still called Armada Española. But when English speakers use armada, we're usually talking about something specific, a large fleet of warships assembled for military purposes. Not just any group of ships, but an organized naval force with a specific mission. The word entered English vocabulary in a big way back in 1588, thanks to one of history's most famous naval events. The Spanish Armada of 1588 was a fleet of about 130 ships sent by King Philip II to invade England. It was defeated by English naval forces and storms, marking a major turning point in European naval power. This event was so significant that armada became synonymous in English with a large, powerful naval fleet, especially one with offensive military intentions. So what exactly is Trump referring to? In modern U.S. military terms, when someone says armada, they typically mean a carrier strike group, or possibly multiple groups working together. Here's what that includes. At the center is a supercarrier like the USS Abraham Lincoln, essentially a floating airbase that can carry 65 to 70 aircraft, including fighter jets, helicopters, and surveillance planes. These massive ships have crews of around 5,000 personnel. Surrounding and protecting the carrier are the escort ships. You'll find 1 or 2 guided missile cruisers equipped with Tomahawk cruise missiles, plus a destroyer squadron, usually 2 to 4 destroyers equipped with advanced missile defense systems. These ships protect the carrier and provide additional firepower. Below the surface, operating in stealth mode, are 1 or 2 attack submarines providing additional missile capability and underwater defense. And finally, the support element. Supply ships carrying fuel, ammunition, and provisions to keep the entire group operational for months at sea. In total, a single carrier strike group represents about 7,500 personnel and carries firepower that rivals the air forces of many entire nations. Interestingly, while Spanish and Portuguese-speaking nations use armada as their official word for navy, English-speaking navies don't use it as a formal organizational term. The U.S. Navy organizes ships into fleets, like the Pacific Fleet, and strike groups. The British use similar terminology. Armada in English is more of a descriptive term, emphasizing size, power, and often aggressive intent. So when you hear armada in the news, you're hearing a word that's traveled from 16th century Spain to describe modern naval power. It's not one ship. It's a coordinated fleet of warships, support vessels, submarines, and thousands of personnel. Whether it's the Spanish Armada of 1588 or a modern U.S. carrier strike group, the message is the same: overwhelming naval force, ready for action. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more breakdowns like this.